Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is the 28th of July, 2021. Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. Taking a look at Ethereum here. Going to do a little rundown, starting with the weekly chart. We remain below the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, but we're kind of peaking up a little higher there. The weekly chart has a lot more things saying that it could go higher. The first oversold condition in a bull market for the RSI is 50. And it continues to kind of push up against that. Now, what makes it a little questionable on whether it's going to hold here is the fact that it's been rejected against the weekly Kijun-sen so far, and it's below the Tenkan-sen. And there's really not a clear, heavy push or bounce up. I mean, last week's close was very bullish. That's a clear bullish engulfing candlestick. The volume is kind of meh. I mean, it is higher than the prior week, but not by a huge amount. And then you get into Wednesdays, we're a little close to just half of last week's volume. And we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so we've got 4 days left. So we could essentially possibly surpass last week's volume and create some new high 4-week volume levels, but that remains to be seen. The cross above the the fast average and the composite index is nice, but the slope here seems to be tapering off a little bit. So if we take a look at the daily chart, what do we have going on? Well, we're inside the cloud. And this is the Kumo, or the cloud, is where trading accounts go to die. It's where traders' tiers are collected in big buckets by market makers. It is the definition of uncertainty, volatility, depression, anxiety, angst, anger. It is the place you don't want to be. Green or red, it is the place you don't want to be. So whatever time frame you execute your trades on, that's not a chart you want to trade. And so while it looks like we've been really bullish over the last 7-8 days, it is setting up nicely for a potential huge break, but you can see that there's a clear rounding out the top of the RSI while we're up against the second oversold condition level at 65. So when something's in a bear market, the oversold levels are 55 and 65. And that's what we've had on the charts here for Ethereum, and a lot of the daily charts are all still in bear market territory. Then you look over at the composite index. You have this higher high in the composite index, and it's just there's a lot of things pointing to this hidden bearish divergence rearing its ugly head and pushing prices lower. Saying that, though, the cloud does kind of provide its own support and resistance levels, so there could be support found at 2,000, because that'd probably be a pretty hard area to drop below now. 2,000 or 2,100. You've got 3 really strong levels here on the daily chart. Senko Span A, which is the bottom of the cloud. You got the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. 3 really important Ichimoku levels are going to be tough to crack below. You've also got the lagging span above the candlesticks. Now, whether this is just an aberration, like it moved sideways and it happened, we don't know. But, this week it needs to close, today it needs to close above 22.27. And then tomorrow, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then going into next Monday, it needs to close above, or it needs to close really around 23.36 in order to remain a bullish if it does break out there. So that is something to pay attention to. Now, when you look at the volume profile of what's been traded up here, it's harder to move lower here, with the exception of this kind of gap there. But 2120 is a pretty good support zone. And as we do move higher, the volume nodes do thicken up quite a bit, but each step higher is less. So there is a case for saying that it's easier to move higher than it is lower. Excuse me. But I'd be on the lookout for really, any major breakdown of these levels here below 1800 and above 2400. Lots of reasons to anticipate a bullish breakout, and and even more reasons to anticipate that bearish continuation. These are the days that you don't want to participate in the market as far as the daily chart's concerned, because whipsaws are going to be like nuts. This is going to be a very touchy zone. Hopefully, the best thing that could happen for all parties is that price gets out of the cloud one way or the other. It collapses south or it rocket ships higher. It needs to get out of the cloud, because this is a horrible zone, and it's just we just want to get out of it. So we're going to watch this very closely and update it as things move. Thank you for watching. From All the Shared Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like and subscribe.